Hey there, welcome to this practice for spring. Spring in traditional Chinese medicine is known as wood time, so it's a time of growth and expansion and inspiration. And the two dominant organ meridians in spring are gallbladder and liver. And gallbladder runs down the sides of the body, liver runs up the insides of the feet, up the insides of the legs. So we're going to do some movements, Qigong movements as well as yogic shapes that will create a flow of energy but also activate those parts of the body. All you're going to need is a chair, some blocks maybe, or one block. You don't even need two blocks, and maybe if you've got a strap or a band, a stretchy band. So maybe pause the video and get your things together, and I'll meet you here on the mat. Okay, so here we go. So in chair yoga, we sit well, we sit upright, we're not leaning back on the chair. And we just take a moment maybe to shift the weight a little side to side and find a level of comfort where you are upright, you're active, but your muscles are relaxing down. And let's take a moment to tune in. So if that feels better for you to close your eyes, do that. And if not, leave your eyes open. I'm going to close my eyes and just take my attention inside, just tuning into my natural breath, and feeling into my body sitting here on this chair. Sense the weight of your buttocks resting on the chair and the soles of your feet on the ground. Getting a sense of the space that you're in, the room you're in, or maybe you're outside. Feel the air, the temperature of air on your skin. And maybe sway a little side to side. Maybe sway a little back and a little forward, and find center, a place that feels like you've got this nice balance between the earth and the sky, the upper body and the lower body. Maybe tune into your intention for the practice. What are you hoping to release, receive, or sustain via the practice? And then just before we start to move, just sense this beautiful natural rhythm of breathing. And then flutter your eyelids open. So I purposely start my practice slowly, and I start my teaching slowly, and there's a reason for that. Most of the way we live in the modern world, in our modern lives, are fairly fast-paced. So I really like to slow right down and stop and pause as a bit of a segue between what I've been doing out there in my world to tuning into what my body needs. So let's open our arms up in a cactus shape, inhaling here in center. And then exhale, sway your knees a little to the left and just rotate your arms around in a little twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, try the other way. So a little sway of the knees to the right, arms swiveling, rotating around to the left. Inhale, come center. And then try that again. Upper body to the right, lower body swiveling to the left. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale one more time, swiveling to the left. And crocodile twisting the knees to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, float your hands down onto your thighs. So wood time is a time of growth. Gallbladder time is, gallbladder meridian relates strongly to that great wise decision maker that is within us. When our gallbladder energy is working well, it's easy for us to make decisions, and we make our decisions with courage. Liver line is related to our sense of purpose and our sense of direction. And in wood time, it's a time where when we've got our energy flowing well, we can move in lots of different directions with growth and ease and with courage. Okay, so here we go. We're going to pick up our right foot. We're going to interlock our fingers in front of that right knee, and we're leaning back a little. We're going to rotate right ankle one way and then back in the other way, other direction, just creating a little mobilization. And then we're going to take our right foot and cross it over our left knee. Inhale, sit up nice and tall here. And then exhale and forward fold, just a little way. So this is like a seated pigeon, activating the outer hip, outer right hip, the glute. Inhale and exhale, soften the neck, soften the face. And then here's where you might want to grab hold of that strap. So we're going to loop the strap around the ball of that right foot. We're going to take the right leg out in front. So our arms are long, our right leg is long. Inhale, bend the knee. Sorry if my feet are dirty. And then exhale, pull a little and push, activating the inner right leg, the back of the right leg, the outer right leg. Inhale, bend the knee. And then exhale, pull and push just a little. And then take the strap in the left hand. So you've got the strap around the right foot, strap is in the left hand, and now we're going to inhale and turn and twist and just lean back a little. So big corkscrew. And you might be feeling this a little more strongly through that right side. Inhale. And then exhale, come back to center and lower that right foot down with ease. And just hold on to the strap because we're going to need it in just a moment. But in the middle of this, notice right side and left side. Inhale the arms up and around you in a big circle. And then exhale the hands down the central axis. And then pick up your left foot. So interlock fingers in front of the left knee. Rotate the ankle. One way, three ways, and then back around in the opposite direction. And then lay your left foot over your right knee. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, and then exhale, forward fold. So this time feeling into left glute, outer side of that left hip. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And this is really nice for your core because we're leaning forward but we're holding ourselves up a bit. We're not slumping, and we've got a nice active lumbar spine, lower back. So sometimes when we've got liver related issues, we can have a little bit of a sore lower back. So this could be really great for your lower back. So grab a hold of your strap, loop it around the ball of that left foot, and I know my left foot is dirty. Inhale, lengthen the leg. Inhale, bend the knee. And then exhale, pull and push. So you're pulling just a little bit with your hands and pushing away with your foot. Inhale, bend the knee. Leaning back a little, and then exhale, pull and push. And then take a hold of the strap in your right hand this time, and then inhale and open, open, open through that left arm. Leaning back a little, have a little smile. Sense into that left side of the body. Inhale here. And then exhale and slowly release back, holding on to the strap, and then lower your left foot down. You don't need the strap any longer, so you can place that to the side and then feel. Left side, right side. Inhale the arms up and around you in a big circle. And then exhale the hands down the central axis of the body. From here, hands come onto the thighs, and we're going to exhale and round the back and let our hands roll over the knees. So we're rounding, 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 exhaling, and then inhale, drag your hands back and open. So seated cat-cow, exhale and round. Inhale and pull the hands back, belly floats forward, little squeeze through the shoulder blades, exhale and round. Emptying out, and then inhale and draw the hands back, open through the chest, maybe look up a little, and then exhale and find halfway. So halfway back towards your knees and pause. Feel torso, front, back, spinal column. And then lift your shoulders up and try and pop them in your ears. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together and roll the shoulders down. And just do that one more time. Squeeze up, back, and down. Good. Take your right hand over the top of your head to the left side of your head and just gently draw your right ear over to your right shoulder. We're not doing this with force. There's a little tiny bit of weight. A breath. And then release. And then try that on the other side. So left hand lifts up. Come over to that right side. Just gently draw the weight of your head down and over towards the left shoulder. Gentle stretch through that right side of the neck and the throat. And then release. Good. And then with your nose, draw some ever-widening circles. And maybe look around the room you're in. Just moving in one direction, let your jaw go soft, let your neck be nice and loose. Ever-widening circles, and once they're full, reverse and go back in the opposite direction and let your circles get a little smaller. And just make sure here when you're moving your neck like this that you're staying within a comfortable range of movement. Smaller and smaller and smaller circles until you come back into center. And then just pause and feel and let everything settle. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a long breath out of your mouth. Great. So we're going to open back up into that cactus shape, and we're going to take a breath in here, inhaling. And then imagine that just with your arms, we're going to exhale, pull in through the navel. We're going to dive into a pool, and we're going to press the palms out. And you're just going to look straight down toward the ground between your feet. Inhale, lift up, open back into your cactus. This is opening and closing the gates. Exhale and dive forward. Let the lower back flatten. Should be a nice stretch for the lower back. Inhale, only go as far as feels good to you. And then exhale one more time, diving forward. Nice and grounded through the feet. palms pressing out to the sides. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, float the hands down. So notice how we're kind of pausing between the movements just to notice what we're noticing. We're not making anything up, we're just feeling what's in the body now. Okay, let's take the right knee out towards the right and let's leave that left foot right where it is, yeah? So we're going to reverse our warrior. So you might like to hold onto the left side of your chair with your left hand. Let the right arm come up and over, and you might take a peek back there, or you might look up at the ceiling, whatever feels good for you. A couple of breaths here, opening up the side body. Good, and then exhale, bend the right elbow and tip over towards the right, lifting the left arm up. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Inhale, come all the way up to halfway with your arms. And then exhale, bring the palms together, bring the right knee in. And then let's try it to the other side. So left foot out, yeah? And then reverse. So we're going to take the right hand to the back of the chair, left arm lifts up. So feel left side of the body opening here, breathing. And then exhale, bend your left elbow and tip all the way over, lifting right arm up and over the right ear. Great. Inhale all the way up, halfway, warrior two arms. And then exhale, bring the hands in and bring that left foot in. Okay, so eyes are the sense associated with the wood organ meridians. So we're going to start to tap outside of the eyes, across the temples really lightly. And I'm going to turn a little side on. We're going to go around the ears and then up to where you would have horns, if you had horns, and then up the sides of the head and the back of the head, the back of the neck and the sides of the neck, just tapping all the way. It's a very zigzaggy, gallbladder line is a very zigzaggy meridian. And then we're coming down here to the sides of the booby-doobies, and we're going to zigzag all the way down along the sides of the body to the outside edges of the legs, and then we're going to tap. So we're tapping. You could pummel if you like fists. Tap, 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 and then we're going to forward fold. So we're going to outside the knees, outside the calves, and off the fourth toe. So we tap, 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 off the fourth toe. And then we're going to come to the inside of the big toe and tap, tap, tap all the way up. The inside of the ankles, inside of the legs, insides of the knees, all the way up to the ribs. And then we're going to slide our hands all the way down the gallbladder line, off the fourth toe, and then up the liver line. Good. How do you feel? We've got a couple of more things to do. So we're going to do some halos. We're going to take our feet a little bit wider. We're going to lean over and grab that right hand block. And we're going to lift it up in both hands and do a halo above our head. And then take the block down to the side and come back up. And then we'll try that again. So we're going to pick up this block, lift it up, and do a halo in the opposite direction. And then take the block down and come back up. We're going to do that 2 more times. So picking up that block on the right side, halo above the head, whole body swivels down to the left, come back up, and then pick the block up 1 more time, left, halo above your head, and then all the way down to the right. Pausing to sit, bringing the feet in. Maybe taking your hands, one on top of the other, onto your lower dantian. Maybe closing your eyes. Sense into how your body feels right now. Sensing into ground below, sky above, and this breathing, living, this living, breathing body in between. Sense courage, clear sight, confidence, direction, easeful decision making. Sense growth and expansion, inspiration being received into this portal of creative activation. Breathe down low into your belly, your lower dantian, and feel the energy of this breath. One more breath. Whenever you are ready, you might like to open your eyes if they were indeed closed, and just notice the effects of the practice. Thank you for practicing with me today. I wish you well, and I hope that you found this practice helpful. And if you did, you might like to give it a like, a thumbs up, and you might even like to subscribe. Okay, well, thank you so much for practicing, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.